beneficial. And internet will foster learner participation and involvement in the learning process. What we need actually is the infrastructure, and since that this conference is for the regional for the Arabic countries, so that internet connection or internet infrastructure should be there, okay, and so that we recommend actually to get internet connection in every school and in every educational institute. Because it will foster learner participation and involvement in the learning process. Prior knowledge, if we go back to the Dell's cone of experience, for example, and if we look to the base of that cone of experience, we will see the direct purposeful experience, which means that the base of this in general, the knowledge in general depend on the direct purposeful experience, so that there should be a prior knowledge, and prior knowledge comes from the infrastructure, which actually I do emphasize about this point, which should predict learners' ability to benefit from technologies that emphasize on conceptual understanding of material and learning outcomes that involve creative transfer. So we don't have to think that we will have a direct result if we implement e-learning. Implement e-learning comes gradually, okay, so that it is very important, okay, to educate our teachers, our parents, before we convince the learners about this new type of technology. I'm sure that there is something which is so-called digital gap between my generation and the older generation, okay, so that there is something which is so-called digital gap. Because of that, in order to bridge this gap, so that we should create what is so-called the internet infrastructure or technologies infrastructure. It was discovered that earlier interest in computer support for collaborative learning has led to several technologies innovations, which is true actually. If we look to, if we trained such these, the leaders for the future, our students, okay, our sons, daughters, in this type of technology, I know that, and everybody knows that there is advantages and disadvantages, but the disadvantages are you can count, but the advantages you can't count for that purpose. So that we should emphasize about the leaders, the future leaders, okay, by implementing such new technologies. We should educate them. Let us take an example about that. In the market, if you go to the market, there are something which is so-called teaching English without a teacher for a limited period of time, I think for 5 days or so, or teaching Deutsch language, Deutsche Sprache for 5 Tage or so. So it is very hard actually to take this as an educational program, because it is the purpose or the aim of this programming is just for a commercial and for the sense of a profit, so that it is hard actually to create a well-educated Arabic, okay, or Arabic-made, so to speak, education program, unless we decide to do that with collaborative teams, such as educators, programmers, okay, psychologists, and so on. So that cooperative learning and computer-supported learning environments have strong roots in cognitive field psychology of care and living. Therefore, we would tie our perceptions for learning to a specific theoretical and practical positions. The prescription would be the realization of particular understanding of how people learn. So that it is nice and good actually to remember a saying for our Prophet Muhammad says that خاطب الناس على قدر عقولهم, or speak with the people as they think. Okay, so that it is nice to create a well understandable and good social and educational background for such technologies. Within a critical cognitive theory of technology, perspective and research literature is to encourage teachers, administrators and parents to start implementing e-learning applications. And this is what actually looking for. Okay, to break the distance between me and between the technology, between me as a learner, between me as a teacher, and between me as a parent as well. Okay, and between technologies. I know that there is some financial boundaries or obstacles. Okay, or there is might be technological or educational gap between that, okay, but finally we should concentrate about this, okay, and we should ask about it, okay, since that we live in a knowledge age, okay, or an information literacy age, so to speak, okay, so we should be fully equipped, fully educated about this type of technology. One, therefore, should not conceive of e-learning application in education primarily as substance for gifted students or for intelligent teachers, but as a tool aimed at cultivating the intelligence of the user as a didactic instruments directed to the greatest possible extent of, at fostering learner autonomy and self-regulation. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Amarin, for this excellent paper. And the floor now for the audience.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أشكر الإخوة المنظمين على هذا الملتقى وأشكرهم على المؤتمر الطيب المفيد. أشكر سعادة البروفيسور والدكتورة منى والدكتور نضال وسعادة رئيس الجلسة الدكتور عبد اللطيف الحمد والمقررة الدكتورة سناء مؤمن. لي ملحوظة، نحن نلتقي اليوم لندعم مشروع نهضوي لأمتنا العربية من خلال التعلم الذي هو أساس بناء أي نهضة. لي يعني رأي بخصوص غير الناطقين باللغة الإنجليزية، آمل أن تكون لغة التقديم اللغة العربية، وهذا ما هو معلن على موقع المؤتمر. ولا يخفى عليكم أن أساس قيام أي حضارة ونهضة هو حفاظ على لغتها، فاللغة اليابانية والفرنسية والألمانية كذلك. شكرا لكم، مجرد رأي شخصي وألف شكر وأكرر شكري.
شكرا طال عمرك، شكرا. في أني
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. دكتور أحمد الثقافي جامعة الطائف. بالنسبة للدكتورة منى عبد الرحمن تكلمت عن تغيير المعتقدات والقيم، يعني ممكن استخدام التكنولوجيا في هذا المجال. نحن نعرف أنه يعني ركز على كلمة المعرفة، مفهوم المعرفة، مفهوم الثقافة أشمل طبعا. نعرف أن مكونات الثقافة تكون من عموميات الثقافة وخصوصيات الثقافة وبدائل الثقافة. يندرج تحت العموميات اللي هي القيم والاتجاهات والمعتقدات وعادات المجتمع، اللي ممكن تكون بعضها سيء وممكن بعضها يكون إيجابي. بالنسبة للعموميات أنا أشوف أنها نقدر نقول خط أحمر، يعني بعض العموميات زي المعتقدات، خلينا نكون صريحين، المعتقدات الدينية وكذا، من الصعب أني يعني أدخل التقنية والتكنولوجيا للتأثير عليها أو يعني تغييرها. ممكن أطور في التعامل معها، يعني مع الأشياء هذه. بالنسبة للخصوصيات أنا أتفق معك تماما، ممكن نستغل الشيء هذا، وخصوصا خصوصيات تهم الأطباء المهندسين المدرسين أقدر أثر فيها باستخدام المعلوماتية والتقنية. البدائل طبعا نحن عارف أن المجتمع هو اللي بعد كذا يفرزها ويستخلص منها ما يناسبه ويستبعد ما لا يناسبه.